The average person spends 5 hours on their phone every day. That's about 76 days every year you waste doom scrolling. Over a lifetime, it's more than 15 years. Time that could be spent working towards your goals, following your passions, spending time in nature, working out, and so much more. So give me 10 minutes and I will tell you how to actually reduce your screen time and start doing productive stuff that will get you towards your goals. Listen, like I don't have financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom, any of these, cool freedoms that most gurus, influencers talk about nowadays, but I do believe that I'm gonna get there someday. You wanna know why? Because I got some great, productive habits that I spend time on every single day, getting me towards my goals. Instead of just sitting on my phone, scrolling social media and watching Netflix all day like most people do nowadays. Nobody gets rich overnight, nobody gets their dream physique overnight, nobody achieves anything meaningful overnight. It all takes time, but you just believe that it just comes like this, that it's just luck or whatever, because you see people on social media only really sharing their life highlights, all the good parts, and you don't see them, working, grinding, saying no to parties, not going out, sacrificing stuff to actually achieve their goals. What I'm trying to say is that behind the success that you see people have, whether it's on social media, on real life or whatever, there's all these small habits that you do every single day that are either gonna set you on the path towards success or on the path towards just a normal life. And if you want that, that's completely fine, like you do you. If you don't want that, then you should probably listen up in this video and learn how to actually stop scrolling your phone and actually work towards your goals. Like Lao Tzu said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Everyone, including myself, thinks that you need to have, the perfect opportunity, that, God is gonna come down from the sky and tell you now is the time to start, everything is perfect, everything is lined up. But in reality, there is never a perfect time to start. It's just about, like I just said, taking the first step. That's why I'm filming this video to literally 0 subscribers. And you also know what they say, the best time to plant a tree was yesterday, the next best time is today. And like I said, I ain't rich or successful yet, but I don't really think it takes a genius to figure out that you're not gonna become successful, whether that for you is, money, love, relationships, your physique, whatever, by just sitting on your ass, scrolling social media all day. The first step towards success is eliminating the bad, unproductive habits that you do every single day and actually replace them with good, productive habits that are gonna, get you slowly towards your goals. So in this video, I just wanna go over like how I stopped scrolling my phone, got my screen time down to literally under 1 hour every single day, and how I actually spent time, filming this video, if you want to call that productive, but like reading, working out, meditating, eating clean, all those things. So the first thing that you need to understand is that it's all about dopamine. The reason why you can't focus on work or just other habits that you know are good for you is because your brain is just overstimulated 24/7. Your brain is just flooded with dopamine all the time from just doing all these high dopamine activities like scrolling your phone, gambling, shopping, watching porn, eating junk food, etc. So when you actually, think to yourself, well, maybe this is not good for me, maybe I should try to actually do something productive. Then you sit down, you start, you get 0 dopamine, and then your brain tells you, wow, this is really boring, shouldn't we just scroll social media instead? And then obviously like your brain takes over and you're just, yeah, why don't we just do that? And that's why you literally can't focus in a nutshell. This is also why dopamine detoxes have become so popular nowadays, because they kind of like reset your dopamine system and actually make these productive, good habits more enjoyable again. So this is literally actionable steps that I have implemented in my life to actually scroll your phone less. Not something like just use your discipline, all this stuff. This is actually things that you can actually do that are gonna make it so much harder to scroll your phone. So step number 1 is to just make your phone as boring as possible. So what I mean by this is a couple different things. Like first of all, it's about deleting the apps that you spend too much time on. So that can be different for a lot of people, but some general ones are just like social media, games, like shopping apps, like whatever, like the apps that I'm talking about, the apps that you spend just hours on every single day. TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, Twitter, like whatever you spend time on. So if you keep these apps on your phone, you're gonna have to use willpower every single time you have to use your phone to not just click on them and start, spending time on them. It's like having candy in your house when you're trying to lose weight. Every time you walk past that drawer, there's candy in there, and you really have to use willpower to like not open the drawer and then just start stuffing your throat. If you throw it out, it's gonna be much easier to not consume candy. Like it's pretty self-explanatory, because then you would actually have to, think like, oh, you want candy, you have to go in your car, drive to the store, buy the candy, go home and like eat it. It's gonna take so much more time than if you just have it in your drawer. And like it's the same thing with these apps. It's so easy to just like unconsciously just open your phone and start scrolling on an app without even really thinking about it. When you actually delete it, you have to like consciously think about, okay, now I'm going in the app store, I'm downloading the app, I'm logging in again, and start scrolling. You have time to really think about, is this really something that I want to do, or should I maybe spend my time actually doing something productive? So like actionable step, like take your phone right now, delete social media, games, whatever you spend time on, and yeah, it's really gonna help you not just doom scroll on your phone all day. Another thing that I would recommend doing is to just keep a very minimal, like boring home screen. So like you can put up a picture of my home screen so you can see it, but basically just like no distracting apps, just like the essentials that you need, like the apps that are actually gonna like help you. So you can see what I have on mine, but like yeah, this is just gonna make you less likely to like spend time on all these apps, because there's just really nothing there that you can spend time on. So if you actually wanted to, you would have to like swipe over to like your library and like actually find some kind of app. When you just have a simple home screen, you don't really do that. And like you can tell yourself all you want that you just keep your apps, keep your home screen, and that you're just gonna use discipline and willpower to not open all these social media apps and other high dopamine apps. But like we all know that really won't happen. And even if you could, why would you spend your limited willpower on not opening these apps? You only have a limited amount of willpower, so why not actually spend it on something that is actually gonna be better for you, like dragging your ass to the gym if that's not something you like, or not eating junk food, actually eating clean, maybe going for a walk, meditating, like whatever. Instead of trying to spend it not doom scrolling, when you can actually just implement what I've just said and then just not really have to use any kind of brain power on it at all. And let me just ask you, who do you think loses the most weight in 6 months? The guy who has a drawer full with candy, or the guy who actually throws it out? I know who I'm betting on. So yeah, please like just delete the apps, get yourself a boring home screen. It's gonna help. Next thing is to not keep your phone on you. So just like first of all, from a health perspective, it's horrible. You're blasting yourself with EMFs. You hear all this about EMFs online, but like, yeah, you're really messing up just your overall health, like your reproductive health, your mitochondria, all that stuff. It's horrible for you. Just walk with your phone in your pocket all day, every single day. So, but also just from the standpoint of not really using your phone, it's gonna be so beneficial, because when you don't have it in your pocket, you actually have to consciously go look for it and find it before you can actually spend time on it. So again, it's kind of similar to what I've just been talking about. There's so many times when you just have it in your pocket, you just unconsciously pick it up and then just start scrolling away. Just take it out of your pocket. Make it a habit to never keep your phone on. You just leave it around the house. You're gonna just automatically use it less without really like spending any discipline on it, like I said. So what we're basically trying to accomplish with all these tips is to just make you conscious of the fact that you don't want to use your phone. And when it isn't in your pocket, you like consciously have to think about, where is my phone? And you actually have to go look for it. And that really just gives you time to really think about, is this something that I want to be doing, or should I maybe spend my time on some more productive habits? Next thing is to disable notifications. The average Gen Z gets about 180 notifications every single day. That is one notification on average every 8 minutes, which is just insane. Like no wonder you feel like you can't become focused to do any kind of work or like whatever, just spend time productively when you're getting distracted all the time. I have literally disabled every single notification on my phone that isn't text or calls from like my family members, like what a phone was actually meant to do. But like games, obviously, like social media, I don't really like have those apps anymore, unless I want to post stuff. Yeah, like social media, games, shopping apps, just apps in general. There's just so many apps that just send you notifications because they just want to get you to spend time on the app so they can make more money, either by getting you to like buy stuff or showing you ads or whatever. And most people just get like notifications from all these bullshit apps, like new YouTube video alerts, shopping deals, like whatever, food delivery services. Like it's just all kinds of bullshit. Just get notifications all the freaking time. So just ask yourself, do you really need to be getting notifications from all these apps every single day? Probably not. And once again, the thing that's so deadly about these notifications is just that you get sucked into your phone. It's so easy to just click on a notification and then you say to yourself, I'm just gonna check this notification. But then like without really knowing it, now you've been spending 30 minutes on Facebook or whatever. So once again, actionable step, go to your settings on your phone, click on notifications, and then just go through one by one every single app and then just disable pretty much everything. Obviously you can keep notifications on for like messages, phone calls, WhatsApp, like whatever you want to use to like communicate with like friends and family. Next up, we have phone free zones. So this is actually also something that has helped me a lot to use my phone less. So like how many times have you like gone to the bathroom with your phone and then ended up sitting there for like 20-30 minutes just scrolling your phone? Like I know for me, like that happened a lot. So I just like started out by telling myself no phones on the bathroom, and then just using my discipline to not do that. I've made an entire post on Substack about the art of doing nothing and why it is just so important to sit with your thoughts and just be bored and not like be consuming anything. Like if you think about it, we are literally never alone with our thoughts anymore, like because there's just so many things to do. Like if you go for a walk, you can listen to music or podcast. When you're on the toilet, you can scroll reels, like you can listen to music, you can watch videos. We're never bored anymore, and it's just horrible from like a dopamine perspective and just overall like brain health. There's a link in the description if you want to read that. But yeah, just having zones throughout the house where you don't use your phone is going to be really beneficial. So I'd recommend starting out with, the bathroom and your bedroom. So I just talked about the bathroom, but like your bedroom, it's just horrible to be using your phone right after waking up and right before going to bed. So you're blasting yourself with blue light. Dopamine is going to make it harder to fall asleep, and it's just going to mess up your circadian rhythm, your melatonin release, all that stuff. And right after you're waking up, you shouldn't just be lying in bed scrolling your phone. You've just had 8 hours of a dopamine detox. You don't want to break that instantly by just doing the most high dopamine activity you can do. Ideally, you should be getting outside, getting morning sunlight, setting your circadian rhythm, getting in some movement, high quality breakfast, all that stuff, and then working. But yeah, you can do whatever zones you like. If you know there's just places throughout your environment where you spend your phone too much, it can also just be in the gym. I used to like tell myself that I wouldn't use my phone in the gym because it just made my workouts so much longer than what they actually had to be, because I would just be scrolling my phone in between sets. But like, you do you, whatever you want to do, just think of the places like in your daily life where you just spend your phone way too much, and then tell yourself no phones here. So yeah, now you basically use your phone a lot less. But like, what about your computer? But that is where the Unhook Chrome extension comes in. So this is basically just an extension that you can add to Chrome on your computer that removes the distracting parts of YouTube. So it basically like removes the home screen, removes like the sidebar, it removes shorts and all this stuff. So there's basically like no way to like get just sucked into YouTube and just spend hours on it. So it like basically helps you not doom scroll YouTube after you've just made your phone boring. Now there's literally no unproductive thing to do on your phone or your computer. So what do you actually spend time on? Basically, there is tons of productive habits you can implement into your life instead of scrolling your phone. So here's some that I spend time on and that I just like, great overall. So like reading, meditating, playing chess, like drawing is not something I do, but I just put that like, if basically just your passion, like going for a walk, exercising, playing sports, hanging out with friends and family, obviously like working towards your goals, like passion if there's something you're interested about, and so much more. There's infinite amount of things that you can spend time on instead of just doom scrolling your phone. And I know you have hobbies that you just don't feel like you have time for, but I just dare you to like check your screen time right now and see how many hours you actually spend on your phone every single day. If you actually just get rid of that, or like just cut it in half, boom, now you have time to actually spend on things that you actually care about. And like I said, I ain't rich or successful yet, so I ain't really the guy to give you advice on that. Like I said, I believe it's pretty easy to know whether you're on the right path in life or the wrong path in life. There's person A, just doom scrolls all day, eats junk food, just tons of dopamine activities, get shit sleep, all that stuff. And then there's the other person who, is disciplined about this, doesn't really use their phone, actually spends time on productive habits, working towards their goals, exercising, getting sunlight, getting great sleep, all that stuff. Who do you think is more likely to become successful or just end up happy in life? Once again, I know who I'm betting on. So yeah, just like try different things. Like if you want to make money, like try different business models, try making a YouTube channel, try drop shipping, try whatever you want to do. Like find out what you want to do in life and then just pursue it now that you don't spend time on your phone that much anymore. You basically just need to think of the person that you want to become in the future. What habits do they have? What do they spend time on throughout the day? And then just implement that into your life right now. And then it's literally only going to be a matter of time before you are actually that person. So there you have it. Like, stop scrolling, take a step on the 1,000-mile journey towards success, whatever you want to call it.